spill some tea. So check this out, guys. It's ChatGPT got to be illegal. I mean, this stupid thing got so smart, guys. I don't know. I'm being like counter. What do you call this? I don't have a word for that. Like ironic, I guess. I don't know. when, when you want to say it's stupid, but at the same time you want to say it's smart. Hey, maybe I should come up with my own vocabulary. Oh wait, I already did. Squabble up. So guys, check this out. ChatGPT, literally, like if your mom over 40 and not using ChatGPT yet for building your brand or your feudal kingdom, so this way you can finally spawn some extra money, guys, then trust me, begin using ChatGPT. Like literally, guys, the other day I started using this functionality. Apparently ChatGPT has this thing called projects, and so I didn't really think too much about that the other day until I seen it, until I seen what it does. So this stupid thing, guys, it's so smart. Like literally, once you do a little bit of deep research to see what you gotta cook up and start building something, what's gonna start happening is you're gonna be building something like some sort of a product. Let's say you're doing a research, you're researching some brushes, luxury pet brushes, or any other kind of a dog toy or cat toy, or just doing something that allows you to differentiate your pet product. And let's say you were using that ChatGPT, the latest one, the latest version, and let's say you're using the project folders. So supposedly you could create a project and do all sorts of things inside of that project, and that's exactly what I started doing. But what I found interesting is when you work on a specific project, in my particular case, obviously, we're working on some of those automations that we operationalized for you guys. So we started working on them, and the cool part about it, those projects, they become like exponentially smarter. So, and of course, I'm sure you guys are familiar with like using a document and using a RAG and all that other bunch of nonsense that that you could use to kind of train AI on your data, right? So I started using this project folder where everything is packaged together, all of those, everything relevant to the entire like Fluid Infusion automation. In our particular case, we're using stirring up the pot Fluid Infusion automation, and we're building a project. And inside of that project, guys, what happens is magic. Magic, guys. ChatGPT is literally probably, it got, since the first time I started using ChatGPT, literally, I gotta tell you guys, I mean, I probably don't need to tell you much. You already seen example of some of the crazy automations that we whipped out that had use AI avatars and all sorts of crazy things. Like, how's that even possible, guys? Well, there's a latest functionality in ChatGPT called projects. So if your mom over 40 is struggling to find your viral product to sell on TikTok shop, and you're trying to figure out like which product to sell, and trying to do all the research, and you don't want to get scammed, and you're constantly researching, right? Use this ChatGPT project functionality, guys. Hello, I'm back. Can you say so guys, like, remember a couple of things. The next thing which you got to understand is projects, right? So projects is a very unique functionality. ChatGPT has a very unique functionality that basically, it's like a, how should I describe it? It's like a slice of your brain put together in a folder, and you could interface with it directly and build on top of it and ask questions. And I started using it, and I was like, I bet, let's see how far ChatGPT got back over the years. And I'm like, man, you know what? It kind of got far. I started out of a sudden whipping out advanced systems, completely insane advanced systems that are just like, that people are interested in. And I thought about it. I'm like, what's the difference between using projects versus just regular? Well, the difference is it remembers all that context specifically in a tight set. Sort of like in mathematics, guys. I don't know if you took any mathematics classes, but yeah, guys, if you took any mathematics classes, I'm sure you remember sets, subset, set theory, all the calculus stuff, all that nonsense, right? well, I don't know. I'm a former certified math teacher for the state of Connecticut. I have a double degree in pure mathematics, guys. And like before ChatGPT, before the rise of all this AI and digital age, it used to be crickets, guys. It used to be like you try to spin up an idea and you like have to literally burn through brain cells trying to figure it out, trying to figure it out all those different ways for um, like figure out anything and get information overload, and you be thinking hard, and you may be totally going in the wrong direction before the ChatGPT. So which city are you living in, and are you an American? Well, guys, I was born in Russia, so I'm a dual citizen. I'm an American and Russian, and I live in multiple countries, and I invest in multiple countries in real estate. And but yeah, guys, look, ChatGPT. If you ever struggle with, like, a couple of things I want to let you know, guys. If you ever struggle with anything, start using projects in ChatGPT and build, like, focus on one project that you're building. For example, let's say you're researching a luxury pet dog, like luxury dog brush that you want to resell on TikTok shop, and you're researching that and you're using projects for that. Guys, if you focus and just stick with that folder and literally start and hello guys, if you focus just and stick with that folder, guys, stick with that folder, the project folder, guys, you're gonna be able to build incredible things, guys, incredible things. But keep something in mind, there's other micro skills other than just kind of working inside of the project. Like TikTok sniping, threads stacking, ups stacking, building UI UX skills, like doing crazy things, guys. Like the ideas come to be not from just listening to ChatGPT, guys. The ideas never come to me from ChatGPT, guys. In most of the cases, it comes from within a singular set where there are multiple subsets and multiple elements within those subsets, kind of triggering like all over the place, and I get to see those patterns, and I'm sure you guys see those patterns too once you start niching into a particular, like whatever the niche that you're trying to niche in. In our case, we're definitely niched in a luxury pet brand, and oh my god, like when I started using projects in ChatGPT, I saw the insane advancement, insane speed of how it evolved, guys, in comparison to just like heck a few months ago. So I mean, do you guys see like what we're whipping out? Like, did you see the latest automation that we whipped out? Like literally there's an AI avatar that looks at you and communicates with you on the phone and guides you. Like, how the hell was I able to do that? Guys, I'm not that smart. I couldn't figure out all of this on my own. But ChatGPT is smart. when you use projects, guys. So, bro, where you from? Where you from? So I'm from Connecticut, and yeah, I'm in Connecticut. I just got this. I wanted to show you the shoes that I just got. And those stupid shoes, like, literally cost me 170 bucks. I complained to my manager. I said, look, I don't think I could come to work because there's a little lip inside of the shoe that's just kind of touching my foot, and I was out of a sudden I couldn't walk. And as it turns out, apparently I have 10.5 shoes size, but I thought it was 9, and I bought 9, and then I was like, let me change it. I bought 9.5, and it was still bad. And apparently later on, I found out that your left leg a bit bigger than the right, depending if you're righty or lefty. And anyway, the bottom line, this stupid thing cost me, I don't know, 170 bucks, no, something, but totally well worth it, guys. Don't skip on really high profile shoes, like especially if you go into the city or doing anything like this, guys. Your shoes represents your status, guys. Remember that. A lot of ladies, they look at your shoes. Like, I could probably get 12 Lambos if I wanted to, but people judge based on looks, guys. They look at the shoes. Ladies always look at the shoes, guys. So if you want to get really good luxury kind of ladies to go after you, have very good shoes, high profile shoes. Now, For me, I don't like. I mean, this is the first time I bought the shoes in 20 years, guys. I'm not a big shoes person. My wife convinced me to get them after like 20 years of not getting any shoes. Also, guys, I have a branch that fell down. I don't know if you guys could see it. Literally, the tree is getting cooked. I probably need to go ahead and trim that tree. But man, this thing, I'm surprised it didn't like drop on top of the garage or my neighbor's garage. Last time, although, the tree kind of fell down on my neighbor's property, and the neighbor contacted me. I thought I'm probably gonna get sued or something, but I went in there and I'm like thinking the worst, and it turned out to be it just turned out the branch just fell down on the backyard. I was like, I bet I'm gonna just remove it, clean it up. So sometimes you run into those craziness, guys. So always take care of your house, always take care of your shoes, guys, and yeah, start using ChatGPT. I mean, you'll never have to worry about money again, guys, if you use it right in combination with the hybrid skills, guys. So, but yeah, like start using projects, guys, and ChatGPT projects. I kid you not, guys. The reason why I love projects inside of ChatGPT is because it remembers. If I don't need to build any complicated RAG systems or anything like this, I just build a project and boom. If I stick to the project, like stirring up the pot, that project is already going on for like almost 3 weeks, and you could see what that project is, and it's going on for some time. There's no such thing in the world of AI, guys, where you're gonna be like, hey, let me go ahead and type a prompt and build a product like in 5 minutes and make a sale. No, we live in a world, guys, where you're gonna have to work harder, and that means occasionally, maybe throughout month, if not 3 months, if not 6 months, on just one project. And in our particular case, of course, when we work on those projects, we always always show it to you like what we're doing. Last thing you want to do is work on a project and don't show anything and get totally cooked. Nobody needs your thing and nobody buys it, and then you'll be like, damn, I just spent like 3 or 6 months trying to like build something and nobody even seen it. Definitely, guys, you don't want to get cooked. Always show your work, like when you're doing it. If you guys struggling, remember, it's not one thing. It's not just like, hey, I'm just gonna do ChatGPT. No, like let me tell you exactly how you're gonna succeed, guys. I'm about to quickly iterate this at like a gazillion miles per hour. Okay, so just focus. If you focus, guys, you're gonna be able to understand. I'm gonna fast forward my thought process for you, so this way you could quickly succeed. Okay, guys. But there's no chance you're going to be able to succeed if you don't pay close attention to all of the steps that I'm going to describe to you right now, guys. I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to accelerate my pace. Okay, let's go. I'm going to reduce the tonality, guys, because you can always see me modulating the tonality and go be like, ha ha ha, woo hoo hoo. Stuff you got to do. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get any leads. Okay, I'm accelerating the pace and turning on my other part of the brain. Okay, guys, first of all, the most important part in order for you to succeed, you need to develop vector-based thinking. The vector-based thinking allows you to jump from one topic to another and quickly extrapolate the most important thoughts that are relevant to your particular audience. When it comes to using ChatGPT, there's a couple of things that you want to do in order to build your luxury pet brand. The first thing which you want to be doing, you want to be using ChatGPT project functionality. You're going to be building and iterating through your project upon doom scrolling through a couple of TikTokers and finding some of those viral strategies from some of those folks that are spawning insane amount of money, and you're going to be operationalizing those automations directly inside of ChatGPT. Once you identify your ideal customer profiles and your niche and your particular subset of multiple things that you're focusing on, for example, in my particular case, it's a luxury pet brand. What I'm focusing is specifically on luxury pet moms over 40 and digital sis. Once you develop that ideal profile, you're going to develop a niche, you're going to develop a theme. The next thing after developing a theme, notice, guys, how I went ahead and I started accelerating. Immediately I like lost a person. There was two people, now there's only one person. Do you guys see how powerful those hybrid skills are? Not that are those skills, guys, are not taught in college. They're not taught in college. I have to do the modulation, like ooh, ha, 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 ha. You have to do that, guys. If you don't do that, you're gonna have crickets. People are gonna be like thinking that you're robotics, and they think they're gonna think you are robotic. They're gonna be like, nah, I don't want to listen to this person. I'm not getting any value out of it. I'm like, nah, forget that. I'm gonna skip. How to develop those hybrid skills. once again. So as soon as you start developing your product and determine the niche and determine the theme, and the theme, by the way, it could be like your ocean type mom or travel mom or pet mom or a combination of all of those sets within a subset of a bigger set. What you're doing is you're creating sort of like a Venn diagrams inside of a multiple circles where each set represent a particular niche, and you finding out some of those before I go, a couple of things. Once you start building the project, right? Remember the keyword Gumroad. Okay, you want to create a Gumroad sales page. Remember the keyword Freedom Fusion Automation. Okay, we're gonna be why? Because you're gonna be using them to accelerate your brand. This way, you're gonna have like how should I say it? You're gonna get the superpowers like a samurai, like a modern day digital samurai, guys, with those Freedom Fusion automations. If you don't use them, you're just gonna get cooked. You're gonna get so overwhelmed. And like I was doing this for like 2 years trying to figure out how to modify the learning effectiveness of a human brain, and it came clear to me that nobody wants to listen to anybody. They just want to spawn money or be told exactly what to do. And of course, guys, that's exactly what you're gonna get with Freedom Fusion automations. You're gonna get prescriptive AI content driven, avatar based recommendations directly on your iPhone. So this way you just hit the button and be like, I bet. Guys, once again, I'm going to go ahead and quickly accelerate the pace. So after you go ahead and create a project in ChatGPT, what you're going to do, you always have to remember a couple of things. You have to do deep level research. As you're doing the deep level research and identifying your product that you want to be promoting on TikTok Shop and creating that project, you're going to be iterating through multiple possibilities for what's going to increase your GMV score on TikTok. So those possibilities include what kind of digital offer you could offer inside of your product, even before your product gets shipped, before it gets packaged, before it gets sent out directly to your TikTok Shop fulfillment center. You're going to be doing in a combination of all sorts of activities for testing out your product, range eBay, doing a quick test on eBay just to see if it's gonna sell or not. If not sell, you're gonna have to pivot and back out of it, and don't jump in all the way. Notice how I'm introducing triggers and risk reduction mechanisms as I'm iterating through consistently through the entire topic of ChatGPT. I'm still anchoring the whole concept of projects in ChatGPT while iterating further into your future you. And the future you means you, the luxury pet mom over 40 digital sis who finally going to be spawning money and getting other people to help you become rich. And you're going to be using Freedom Fusion System CRM to operationalize all of your UGC creators and to take full control of their marketing angles. So this way you can inject those marketing angles directly into their iPhone. So this way they can create content that will accelerate your chances of succeeding exponentially. Anyway, guys, look, once again, I went ahead and accelerated fast, and I'm slowing down. Squabble up. You gotta introduce the terminologies. Like you gotta be using your own words, like terminologies, like squabble up, right? It's a stupid thing, guys, but it will instantly stop people on their, it will just hypnotize them, will mesmerize them. I'm introducing psychology and in a combination of different variational spins inside of this workshop alone. Just in one workshop like this, guys, you're going to be able to find out that is the exact steps that will take you to possibly a very successful person, either from the standpoint of developing a free spiritual kind of self, or from the standpoint of just striking millions, like possibly millions, guys. Especially if you are somebody who discovered this and kind of listening all the way through and start executing this, possibly millions. You will possibly make millions, guys. Now, there's few people who can retain all of this information that I'm prescribing. It's almost impossible. I kind of give up on prescribing it. what I do instead, I personalize it directly inside of those Freedom Fusion automations, and that's where this projects folder inside of ChatGPT comes in. It makes it super easy for me to take entire research and development concepts, infuse directly in a project folder, and then from that project folder end up spinning up actual products. When I talk about digital products, I'm talking about Freedom Fusion automations, but it could be any other kind of digital product that you're whipping out. When it comes to physical products, I'm talking about luxury pet products, like luxury pet brush, whatever it is that you're trying to sell on TikTok Shop. When I'm talking about people like UGC creators, I'm talking about people that you're going to be interacting with who are going to help you get rich. The type of people who are going to be promoting your product. Now, to convince them to promote the product, your product is obviously got to be good. If it sucks, it's not going to get their attention. You're going to struggle later in your life cycle. There's going to be a pre-launch, launch, and post-launch life cycle as you're creating your TikTok Shop. Okay, guys? So as you're iterating through each of those phases, there's risks and all sorts of trials, triumphs, and tribulations that you're going to be going through. If you don't have the correct project folder in ChatGPT, you're going to be so lost. You're going to be quickly not know what to do. But at some point of your research, you're gonna know exactly what to do, and because ChatGPT will tell you so. But if you don't use projects and use a regular ChatGPT chat window, it's not gonna retain that well-coupled context that sits like firmly inside of that set. Anyway, guys, I don't want to bore you too much. I'm gonna get going. I'm probably gonna get some chicken, and yeah, I'll see you next time. If you guys ever bored, if you ever bored and you wanted to learn how to money, we're talking about millions of dollars. Check this out, guys. This is how much I spent today. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the receipt. Okay, guys. Where is it? Oh my god. Okay. $170. $170 for what? For the shoes over here. For the shoes, guys. For the shoes. Now, don't ever, guys, try to remember that. Okay, buy the most expensive shoes, guys. You only live once. Remember, you're being judged when you go to work, when you go to the city. You're being judged by your shoes. Remember that, guys. Shoes is your luxury standard. If you have fire-looking shoes, you could really get ahead in life, guys. It literally like makes you feel better when you have like people always judge by the shoes. Remember that. And on social media, they judge based on views. Now, a simple person. I don't know, like nothing excites me other than just building complex systems, guys. But I am excited about those shoes because I didn't know how I was walking in the city all this time. I'm probably gonna get some chicken. I already had some ice cream today, guys. I will probably get some chicken, but I did whip out some interesting ornaments, guys, for you, specifically for you guys, that go beyond ChatGPT. But how did I construct them with ChatGPT project folder? So I have a stirring up the pot project folder, and you probably have seen some of my videos about stirring up the pot. Take a look. You're gonna see quickly what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna get going, guys.